Hey everybody. So I had somebody ask a really good question in Discord, and I got a couple other videos that are actually coming out today too. But I figured why not? Fuck it, we'll sneak this one in there because it's actually really good information. What he said kind of allows me to jump the gun on a lot of stuff here because there's no one really making videos on it yet. So why not? Let me jump the gun on it real quick. You're gonna have some economic predictions in here, so stay tuned. That doesn't mean it will be right, but I do think that this update's actually a massive change to the ecosystem of the game. Again, i.e., affecting the economy of the game. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're approaching the Econ August update, and what we were told that we're going to be getting. Let's go ahead and just talk about this. We're going to be getting that Hyper Express mission. So if you're somebody who has any of your main 6 characters within the range of 1490 to 1540, I would stop owning. I would just wait for this buff because this buff is going to allow you to maybe get that character instead of just to 1540. If you already have a ton of materials you're sitting on, it might be able to allow you to get to like 1560 or 80 maybe. 80 is a little bit of a stretch, but we don't know how good this buff's actually going to be with the Express mission. But the main part of what I want to talk about is the fact that Tier 1 and Tier 2 are being consolidated, and there's no other content creators really talking about this right now. So that's why I kind of want to jump on it, because you guys know how I am. I don't like doing things that other people are already kind of doing. So I'm trying really to find my own stuff, my own wave, right? So follow the wave, jump on board, right? Anyway, so they're going to be consolidating Tier 1 and Tier 2. I'm just going to summarize all of this while you guys read it on screen. And essentially what they're saying is they're going to be removing all of the 1302 to the 1370 materials, which is like small leap stones and stuff. As a matter of fact, I do have the game pulled up, so maybe I can find it. Oof. And what that actually looks like, or yeah, why not? We'll do it like this. These are going to be being removed. So are all of these, which are kind of irrelevant. But basically, from 1302 to 1490 now, it's going to be taking all Great Honor Leap Stones. And in addition to that, they're also going to be removing. They're going to be removing these as well. Little arrays. So the reason I'm telling you guys this, and I'm telling it to you now, is because we're probably going to see a spike in the market. Now, granted, wrong thing. I want this. Okay, so we're probably going to see a spike in the market because of it. Granted, this is a market prediction, so you guys could capitalize on this as an investment, but also if you're just trying to level up your characters, I would buy them now. And actually, let's just go back to the economy and why I would buy them now. The reason I would actually buy these materials now is, remember, I just had a video about a week ago talking about the midpoints and the plateaus. We're at 12 gold again. We saw the peak was about 16, 17. That was where it stopped. And again, what I said in that other video is that I can't see these going below 8 gold, and I still stand by that, which means that you're sacrificing a 4 gold deficit for a potential massive gain when this update hits, right? Because we don't actually know what the honing is going to be. Since 1302 to 1370 is now going to take Greater Honor Leap Stones, is it going to take 1 Leap Stone per thing? We don't actually have a lot of information there yet. But the point that I'm trying to overall get here is I'm guaranteeing almost that we're going to see a spike in these, and I should probably invest in it. I'm not going to. I'm very happy in my grinding state at the moment where I am, so I'm going to let you guys know that I'm not going to jump on this bandwagon. But the same thing with these. Not only are those at the equilibrium where they're kind of not really going to go much lower, but they do have a chance to go really much higher. Same thing with these basic arrays. We're essentially not going to see these go much lower than where they're at 16 or 17, especially if that whole branch of 1302 to 1370 now has to take these on top of it. No, we're going to see these probably go up too. So those are two different opportunities. I'm looking at it as an opportunity to buy a bunch of these and stockpile them, not to necessarily resell them like I did before, but again, to get my characters up. I have a different mentality than other people. But for the investors out there, this is an opportunity that's coming up in August. Next month. So in addition to that, there's another part of it that I want to talk about. So basically what I'll title this video is like what to expect with this update. So that's how you guys can take advantage of the fact that those materials are going to be being removed from the game. In addition to that, I know I talk fast, guys, sometimes, but it's because I really want to just get this information out as quick as I can. I'm on a very busy schedule between work, between everything that I'm doing, trying to maintain a sleep schedule, also take care of the household, do everything that I do just like a normal person like you guys do, and play the game 30, 40 hours a week. So I'm trying very hard to get this shit to you guys quickly. That's why you see me taking a lot less time in these videos to do this, basically BS. The engraving update. This is another important thing that I wanted to make a video on about a month ago, but I didn't make it on just because I'm backlogged. Like if I showed you my files, like you'll see that I have videos and videos and videos and videos and editing and recording. And I'm just having a really difficult time overcoming that hill and that challenge. But it's okay because we're getting there. We are getting there. I did have a lot of time off this week, so it allowed me to do a lot that I couldn't do. But anyways, let's get right back into this. So the engraving update, what they're saying right here is they're essentially going to be removing all green updates. But the important part of this right now, and we're going to read it together, is some engravings can be obtained and used before level 50, scratch. If the engraving system is already open, the engraving can be applied the same way as before, even after the update, scratch. Starting levels of all engravings will be level 1 upon unlocking the engraving system. And this is important. Level 1 is actually the green version of the engravings. I'm just going to give you guys a rough idea. I don't even know if I have any anymore. Yeah, I don't have any more anymore because I kind of already got my books up. But essentially, actually, I think that's what it is, level 3, right? So it'll basically be giving you the level 3 of it, and it's what it's saying is that all of these will now be level 1. So if you never got these before, they're all going to be done for you. But the important part of this update is this next statement. And I think it's very crucial, especially for somebody like me. Since all engravings can be used after unlocking the system, uncommon engraving recipes will be removed from the game. In-game compensations rewarding these will be added. Granted, it doesn't exactly say how that's going to take effect, so we don't know fully what's going to happen. We just know that we're going to be compensated, and this is actually the perfect character for me to show this. What I'm believing is going to happen, and I think ATK or one of the Koreans actually did a video on this, and I should probably go do some research before I get this out, but I got a lot that I got to do, so I don't have time to go do the research. You guys want to link the research below, please, by all means. The more information and data you guys give me, the less that I have to do, and the more I can just think about the compound variables that you guys give me, and I can put it together and come up with an equation for everybody. It's kind of just easier for me. So I really appreciate Slow in the Discord for asking the question. That's his name. Because you allowed me to elaborate on this in a way I didn't think I could. And again, Azina, I also want to shout out to the kid in the comments that's always commenting on Azina. I wish you would comment positively sometimes, but I do love that you are controversial. When I had my company way back in the day on leadership and self-development, I actually surrounded myself with 3 business partners that completely disagreed with me all the time. And I did that intentionally because you need somebody to check yourself. To check your worth of nature, and when I am being delusional or riding a wave too hard without realizing where I'm falling short, right? So I do appreciate you, but you are wrong, and I'm not going to get into that. You can just go watch that video. Anyways, so what I think is going to happen is that anything that's already a level 3, they're just going to bump up to a level 2. But if they're going to bump up level 3s to level 2s, does that mean that they're going to bump up the level 2s that you already have to level 3? Do you see where I'm going with this? So this could potentially be a massive fucking update. A massive update, especially for somebody like me who already has everything up to level fucking 3. What are they going to do? Give me all level 12? Do you see where I'm going with this? This could be pretty cool. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I do know that they guaranteed compensation. That could be a form of compensation. Where I do actually think the compensation is going to come into play is I do think that just all of these green books are going to get turned, like 88 greens are going to get turned into 88 blues. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and down the line, right? So for me, it's not that helpful. I'm not going to lie if that ends up happening because I already kind of went through and did the groundwork back in the day, right? But either way, just food for thought. These are all things to take advantage of with this update. Let's go ahead and go back to the update. So I just gave you an economic update, an economic advantage, opportunity, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Gave you resources that really nobody else is talking about. The engraving thing I actually think is bigger than people are really taking it for. I really do think that you guys should, that was actually, I wasn't even going to make a video on the tier 1, tier 2 stuff back in the day until he just made me realize the effect that it'll actually have on the economy. That's why I'm doing this. But the engraving thing, I knew from the second that they mentioned this was going to be massive for us. That's why I actually, like I said, I have a video recorded already of me doing that, and then I just never really did anything with it because I just kept piling other shit on top of it. Then we're going to get into the tier 3 progression updates. So essentially this is where it talks about it. It's taking 1302 to 1490 and making it the exact same. So there's no reason for me to go into this. And yeah, I'm not gonna, because it's just gonna talk about the same thing. There is one thing that is worth mentioning in here, is that increased drop rate of accessories and class engravings for relic gear. Level 4 and 5 skill tree amulets will be added to the Legion Raid Exchange Merchant and can be obtained through gameplay in Vulcan Vicus Triangle. That is massive. That's massive. What that's essentially saying, and I'm going to try and show it again off quick because I really do want to just get through this fast. I don't want this to be a long video. 10-minute video would be fantastic. I haven't put one of those up in fucking forever. But essentially what it's talking about is this shop here is going to eventually have, you know, maybe level 3. Actually, it's a level 4. That's what's fucking crazy. So these shops are going to have level 4 worth 5 tripods. And what that means is not necessarily for this character because I already have a lot of his tripods done. Right? It's not necessarily for this character, any of my main 6 really, but for all the secondary alts that I have that really I've had a hard time getting their tripods. I have like level 2s and 3s because they're quick and easy, but I'll be able to eventually build out these tripods. So what this update is basically saying is for anybody like me that's playing a ridiculous amount of characters, you're about to really get rewarded. And anybody who's playing less than that, even 6 characters, you're still about to be really rewarded. The person who gave me this ideology or idea to go on them was, I believe, I'm just reading up to see what he actually said. He has 12 characters total, and 5 of them are at 1520, and one's at 1560. I'm willing to assume that all of his characters don't have maxed out tripods, so even for somebody in his range, this tripod update's massive. As a matter of fact, I'd argue that this tripod update is even bigger for new players than it is for for old and experienced players. It's only big for me because of what I do, because I play so many fucking characters. I will say that they still to this day do not address the card problem. But you know what? Stop complaining. I mean, I don't know why I'm not the only person, actually. I had somebody message me yesterday, the day before, and they were just so happy about all of these updates and these things, and they even told me how, like, they liked my methodology, my ideology, that they had to apply it to their account in a different way. That's the shit I love hearing. I love when somebody understands what I'm trying to get across to all of you guys so well that they're able to manipulate it and turn it into a strategy that works for them in their own playstyle. And that's kind of the point. So I just, I love what's been happening the last couple of days. Everything's been going really smooth, not to jinx it, but yeah, so keep tuned, stay up to date, and enjoy this update. I mean, this is probably one of the best updates that I think we're going to see in a long time. Some of this stuff, I don't know how relevant it will actually be, but yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. There's another moment, evolved mentalities moment. Evolved your minds. I hope I evolved your minds. I don't know. Dude, it's funny, if you go to like my original video like years ago on this channel, I've never came up with a classy way to say that. Thanks for joining the evolved mentalities, or I guess that's not bad, right? Or stay evolving your mentalities. I guess that wouldn't be bad. Like, keep evolving your mentalities, catching the next one. Yeah, that works. Bye, guys.
Let's go. Public enemy number one. When we mobbing, trouble in the streets, and we come with a spot. Public enemy number one. And we mob that. Bring it along. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Trouble on the way. I want my revenge. Welcome to the payday. Hungry for destruction. Crazy for the cray. Better clear the exits. Make a way to vacate. Ready to rage a riot. I wanna raise a silence. Yeah. People escape from violence. It's within a silence. Yeah. They wanna make us quiet. Breaking the cage of silence. Yeah. They wanna make compliance. We gon' speak the fire. Yeah. Time to write a new code. Let's let the rules go. Show them why they name us. Public enemy Uno. Yeah. They say we ruthless. We savage. Yeah. There's a method to the madness. Yeah. They say we psycho, the baddest. There's a method to the madness. 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 Savage, yeah, but there's a method to the madness. We gon' do it our way, never needed the kudos. Kill 'em with the chaos, only way that we do know. Lawless and ruthless, that's a dynamic duo. That we get the job done while you running your food hole.